Hello and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. Hope you enjoyed the last episode. It was a little slow, I think, but we get to talk to Lily now, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what happened. I guess we're done with Emmy for now, right?
I assume.
But
I
maybe we'll see her soon.
yeah, I kind of feel like we cycle through the characters all the time in this game, and then depending on what we choose, we just see one character more or less.
We didn't see Misha or Shizune last time,
Yeah,
and I'm kind of wondering if we're like phasing them out.
it kind of seems we've been seeing them less and less.
Yeah, right. And we're seeing Emmy and I forgot her name, Rin. Emmy and Rin and Hanako and Lily, it seems like.
Yeah,
Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway.
Hanako.
Her name is all it takes. Oh, look at her smile. All it takes to make Hanako jump up from her desk and run to Lily. They talk quietly for a moment. It isn't long before Lily leaves down the hallway and Hanako idles back into the classroom, taking her seat once again. I watch Hanako out of the corner of my eye out of sheer curiosity at the idea that the two would separate. For a couple of minutes she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hand and staring at the desk dejectedly. The boredom eventually becomes too much for her though, her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the one I saw her reading at the library. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. After about 10 minutes of restlessly shuffling in her seat and trying to read, Hanako closes her book and leaves too. As should I, since the assignment is all but finished and there's nothing else to do in the classroom. Not that I have anything to do anywhere else either. Man, the clock. When class is over, I would just about run out of the classroom.
You'd be like, "Screw this, I'm out."
And the schoolwork is like I'll do it like the last minute, but on the weekend or whatever, the day before.
Yeah,
Right now, it's game time. We go home and play games, and then be like, "Oh crap! I gotta do my homework still."
I did that quite a few times.
I did it in college too. Sometimes I was better about it in college, but I did it sometimes, and I'm one of those people that's like, well, I do better under pressure.
Yeah.
Or at least that's the way I convince myself to, um, so that I can do it at the last minute.
Yeah, I did that in high school, and I tried not to do it when I was doing my real estate classes,
Mm-hmm.
and then I failed a couple times, and then I really, really, really studied like a bunch, and then I never got to take my test again.
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, I haven't been studying since.
But you
So,
will.
yeah, I will eventually.
The school is a beehive of activity, but nobody pays me any heed. I saunter past classrooms filled with students frantically doing this and that, buzzing around like little worker bees. You wouldn't guess the school day is over. Oh, usually not people out here. It's a bit quieter outside, but not by much. It doesn't look any quieter. People zip by left and right, hurrying as quickly as they can, busy and energetic. And in my face, I can't get them out of my face. I feel the opposite. The midday sun seems to be draining all the spirit out of my body, making it feel limp all over. Warm, soft air flows inside my shirt, feeling like a cushion. I yawn lazily, thinking about what I'd do. I'll drop off my books at the dorm first, and then something I haven't decided yet. Maybe Kenji's in his room. Oh man, really? I'm like
What?
seeking out Kenji now.
I think your character has some serious mental health problems if he's seeking out Kenji.
Way to the dorms, I spot Emi coming my way, running despite not having those weird running prosthetics on. I wave at her, and she skids to a stop. There she is.
Yo, Sal!
Spatters of white and green paint adorn her nose and chin respectively, but her smile is wide, as it seems it always is. She leans closer to me, amplifying the feeling she is examining me.
What you doing?
I think Emi's probably a more prototypical anime girl,
Yeah.
always smiling and saying, "Do your best."
Yeah.
Nothing really. I don't have anything to do for the festival, and everyone else seems to be doing something important.
That's perfect. Then you can help me and Rin.
With the festival preparations, I'm not sure if I would be much help.
That's fine. I'm not much help either.
And she's proud of it. Emmy grabs my wrist and starts dragging me back inside the school quite forcefully. Even her walking speed is more jogging, making me stumble over myself simply trying to keep up. The stairs slow Emmy down a little bit. Maybe it's hard to climb with her legs, or maybe she's finally run out of breath. We go all the way back to the third floor and then to the seniors' hallway, ending up where I left 5 minutes ago. I could just as well have stayed here waiting for Emmy had I known. So are you in? Is Rin working on the mural still?
That's right. She needs all kind of paints and brushes and stuff, so I went off to get them from the art classroom.
And you need me to help with that?
Well, Rin told me you already helped her, so I thought you wouldn't mind.
I see. So thanks to Emmy's flaky logic, here I am again, collecting stuff from the art classroom for other people. The room is empty apart from ourselves and the lonely specks of dust floating in the air. Emmy skips straight away to the back wall, digging out a tiny crumpled piece of paper from her pocket. While she tries to make sense of the scrawling handwriting, I take a closer look at the materials lying around here. Dozens of paint cans and bottles are arranged on the shelves in a most unorganized fashion. Some look like they have been left there for several decades, relics of previous art club generations. Next to the heavy stacks of neatly piled drawing paper are boxes of full different sized brushes and unassorted crayons. Crayons, huh? The smell of paint, turpentine, and fresh paper float in the stale air, mixing in my nostrils to form that unmistakable scent of art. Emmy studies her notes, comparing them to markings on the various paint cans, and passes them to me as she finds the correct matches. She stretches her neck to look at the topmost shelf, but it's not quite enough. Her eye level stays below the shelf no matter what she does. Emmy gives up and just looks at to the shelf longingly, like a child at a toy store, puffing in annoyance. Oh, there she goes, bouncing. She doesn't have her bouncy legs on though, right?
I don't know. We can't see.
Okay, but he said earlier that she didn't have the running prosthetics.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering how she's bouncing.
I mean, she could probably still bounce a little bit.
Bounce pretty high. After a moment of building anger, she starts jumping up and down, apparently trying to speed read the labels during the fraction of a second she can see them and catch what she can. It's no surprise that she fails miserably and almost manages to bring the entire shelf crashing down. Now I see why lending me a hand here would be useful. Come on, let me do that. You can't jump high enough, and I don't want you to hurt yourself trying. Also, I'm like twice your height.
You are not.
He turns around, flaring scorn, flushed cheeks and all. Just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, I'll look up there, okay? She glares at me one more time, but can't come up with a retort. With a grudging turns her back to me. So I begin scrounging around the top shelf for paint while below, Emi crouches to scavenge what she can from the cupboards. I shake my head a little after double checking to ensure she can't see me or do so. Emi having a complex about her height was a surprise. I wouldn't have joked about it otherwise. She seems annoying, easygoing. Oh, annoying.
Annoying. That was a Freudian slip.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say that too. She seems annoying. She seems easygoing, but I guess everyone has their weak spots. Only after we have almost all the time collected and spread out on a desk items. I said time. Like a treasure hunter spoils, do I realize that it wasn't necessarily the height jab that got her riled up. She might not like to be told she can't do something like jump. But Emi herself seems to have forgotten all about it already. Quick to anger, quick to forgive. Is she that type of person? This really makes me want to watch an anime now. For some reason.
I suggest Rising of the Shield Hero.
I've watched it.
Oh, you've watched it? Okay. What'd you think?
It's pretty good. It's a little different, but while still maintaining that anime sort of feel to it, of course.
Yeah.
But it's not a bunch of kids in high school, at least.
Yeah. No, it's kind of refreshing, right?
I think there's another season coming, isn't there?
Season 3 might be the last one, but there was also a movie that I haven't seen yet.
Oh, okay. I didn't know there was a movie.
There was a movie, and I think it's canon. I'm not sure, though.
Okay. Any anime fans out there, check out Rising of Shield Hero.
If you haven't already.
Yeah. At least she doesn't seem to have taken anything to heart as she chatters away happily while we pick up the rest of the items and then make our way back to Rin. Also, if you got any anime that you want to suggest, put it in the comments. I chivalrously carry the bulk of materials as we make our way towards the dormitories.
Rin is really stressed about getting her painting done. It's her own fault, though. She should have started earlier.
Is she gonna make it?
No idea. It looks good to me, but with Rin, you never know what's going on. I found her this morning lying in front of the dorm in a fetal position. She hadn't slept all night. I can't believe that the night nurses hadn't found her. And now she's painting again like crazy.
Yeah, I've noticed she comes off kind of unhinged, so to speak. Emi giggles at that as well as at my likely too obvious awkwardness.
She's just a little weird sometimes.
On that I can agree with her. Unlike me, Emi seems to be cool with Rin's whatever it is that feels so off about her. Still, they don't feel close like Misha and Shizune do. With them working as a single entity, sometimes it's hard to say where one ends and the other begins. I feel like I've said that already. Even though they're so different like Emi and Rin are. And Rin is the most different of them all. Different from anyone else I've met. It sounds like we're trying to go down the Rin path.
I think, yeah, because there's been 2 instances where because like when Hanako and Lily showed up, when I played through the other paths, and, chose the, take it easy, we went with them.
Right.
So I think we're just on the Rin path, or not the Rin path, the Emi path now. Or at least, I think.
Let's hope so. Yeah, I guess she's a very unique person. Returning to that word again, as if it encompasses Rin's personality by itself, but really it's just a substitute for a lengthy description of her oddities. Emi giggles as I grasp for a properly descriptive word. She giggles a little too much.
Yeah. She's just weird. You know, earlier she just spent half an hour sitting on her box and stared at her toes.
She giggles again. In a way that makes me think she doesn't know what's funny about it. It just is.
All that time.
Working area is a mess, but the mural itself has taken over even more of the wall since last time I saw it. The disfigured human figures have been mostly colored in tones of red, pink, and orange. Weird, imaginary things populating the space between. It looks nice. I can't think of any word that would describe the work concisely and comprehensively, so I settled myself on a nondescript nice. Noise. But honestly, it seems that the area around the wall becomes untidier at the same rate as the mural progresses. The ground is littered with dozens of paint cans, various art supplies, and empty soda bottles. Rin herself is in the center of this chaos, standing there looking very cozy as if she was a natural part of the scene. Her pant legs have been rolled up to her knees, exposing her thin legs, which sport a drying spectrum of war painting similar to those of Emi's face. Emi sprints to Rin ahead of me and gleefully jumps in front of her.
You're back! That was fast. Did you run the corridors again? Hisao helped me!
Emi points victoriously at me. Rin turns around, following Emi's finger with her eyes, looking at my general direction. She nods absent-mindedly at me. She looks like she hasn't slept since last night. A vacant, glazed stare that's focused slightly off of me, and movements like in a slow-motion movie.
Hello, Hisao. Thank you for your help.
Don't mention it.
I just did.
You did indeed. Never mind. Looks like you've made progress, looking good as far as I can tell.
But now you get more bad luck.
What? I know, but I'm willing to take the risk.
It's a very nice thing to say, for me, of course. Not for you.
What was the bad luck?
I don't know. I'm not
Okay.
I'm not understanding the reference.
Oh, okay. I'm not the only one.
This is why artists are always unlucky. They have to constantly look at their unfinished painting. Oh, okay. I guess it's unlucky to, like, say something looks good before it's finished.
Okay.
I'm assuming. So artists can't find romance. Their favorite TV shows are canceled or they die young because of an unspecified disease. It's a deep and mysterious law of the universe. Does she remind you of Kenji at all?
A little bit of a ramblings here.
Yeah, it's kind of like randomly she'll just go off on something.
She's expressing herself.
Unless they are blind.
She considers this for a while, looking like she's going to fall asleep. She does look like sleep.
There is a boy. At the art club, you see, blind boy, so he doesn't see.
See?
He should become an artist. No bad luck. Guaranteed. Don't you think that would be a good idea?
That only blind people should become artists? No, not as such.
You might have a point.
Abandoning this train of thought, she turns again to consider her work and starts humming a tune that I think I recognize, but can't remember the name of. This is hopefully a good spot to stop it now, because I want to. So, there you go.
Sounds good.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye, everybody.